Welcome into Lock and Live for NFL Week 7 with Uncle Phil. Thanks for joining us this Sunday morning. Uncle Phil, how are you doing?
You there, Matt?
I'm here now. You're just frozen there,
Okay.
but checking.
Let's get after it.
Yeah, let's do
You're
it.
still
How are you doing this morning?
good, man. Wow. Okay. Big week last week. Off to a really good start on Thursday night. Another winning day. Yesterday's best bets sucked. It went 0 for 2, but the notebook went 4-1 for a 4-3 day. So had a good day despite that. So all's not lost, but except for the Jags. The Jags are looking pretty pitiful right now. I am just I feel dirty every time I bet on Trevor Lawrence. And again, this is the day he decides not to show up, and he just looks just pathetic. So
Yeah, it does.
a little disgusted there. I mean, again, really the last play, the clock management there by Liam Cohen. I've been high on him, but I mean, why are you rushing to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning when you're at 2nd and 7, very critical down. You're trying to score a touchdown, get back in this game, and you rush a play, which goes for no gain, which leaves you 3rd and 7 on the back end. And then on 4th and 7, of course, 3rd and 7, Trevor Lawrence is off target with his throw. 4th and 7, Trevor Lawrence, clearly you can tell he doesn't trust his arm, so he chooses to run when he knows he cannot pick up that first down. So, I mean, it's just we're not covering, and if we do, it'll be an absolute luck on this one. So disappointing start, but we're going to get after it this morning or the rest of the day. I've got some good picks, and I'm ready to get after it.
All righty, let's hear it. Where are we headed first, Uncle Phil?
Yep. Thanks for letting me vent a little bit. All right. First place we're going is we are headed to Chi-Town, where New Orleans is coming to visit. Bottom line, 4.5 points is way too many for a Chicago team that has been fortunate to win Chicago back-to-back games, Las Vegas, as well as Washington. I think New Orleans could probably even win this game. I'm taking New Orleans plus 4.5. To me, just feels like a really solid place to take New Orleans, even though it's outside, away from the dome. New Orleans is frisky, really are, and I think Kellen Moore is a really good coach. You can see the drop off. You can tell a good coach, right? You can see where he's gone. A team that was expected to just be complete ass this year, right? And they are not. I mean, look, they're 1-5 record. It's not great, right? But they're at least playing. They're in contention, giving people all they want and more. So I like this New Orleans teams, especially against teams that are not as good, but they still fight, and I love that. But you can also tell a good coach from what he left behind and where it went. You see the dramatic drop-off in the Eagles. I understood the defense drop-off in the Eagles because they lost a free agent, especially on the offensive line or defensive line. But the offense, 10, 11 people there are still the Eagles team, and they've dropped off significantly. So you can see what they left behind. So I like Kellen Moore. I like what he's doing here. They got belief in him. I like Spencer Rattler for one of the first times in my life. I like him. I liked him occasionally in spots in college, and but never had much as a pro. But I do like him now. He looks good. So give me New Orleans plus 4.5. The next one I'm going to get, guys, I'm not going to try to overthink it. Give me the under in the Miami-Cleveland game, 35 points. Again, this game, again, I don't see many field goals in this game. If I do, they're going to be really close up. I see maybe a 12-10 game with a couple of missed extra points, things like that, with the gusty winds. Look, you look at which team when I handicap games, I look at which which particular team, and I mean defense, offense, special teams, whatever, is going to dominate this game. And it's clearly Cleveland's defense, and they play amazing at home. I think they're going to dominate the game. They're going to set the pace for this team or this game. And so even though Cleveland's offense isn't that good, and I don't fully trust Dillon Gabriel, but I do trust this Cleveland defense, especially at home. They're going to dictate this game. And I think that maybe Cleveland wins, probably maybe lean in that direction, but I don't trust them to do that. Still probably think it's probably a field goal game, in a game that probably won't have many field goals, but that's the way I see it. So those are my two best bets today, and let's get after it. We got short time here to work during halftime.
Definitely. Let's rapid fire in the comments. First up, we got Grant on X. He says Cowboys versus Commanders. Any thoughts? Line is flipped to Dallas with injury news.
Yeah, totally injury news. McLaurin's out, and so is Deebo Samuels. Certainly see that. Not really impressed with I didn't put this game in my notebook. I certainly leaned Dallas's way. I think, again, look at the better, whichever team has got the, whether it's offense, defense, either team, which has the best one. It's clearly Dallas's offense, in my opinion. But both defenses are pretty bad too. I would lean toward the over in that game, but with McLaurin and Deebo out, kind of a stay away from me. If anything, I'd lean toward Dallas, but I didn't play that game because of the reasons that you mentioned.
Alrighty. Hey, well, thanks for the question there, Grant. Let's keep going. We got Woody. Good to see you, Woody. He says needs help with the survivor or chalk pick with Kansas. Also, do you have a player prop can give us?
Dude, Matt, where are you doing this from, man? Are you at home or are you at your parents?
I'm at home.
Your connection's bad today.
I'll just jump down. You can take the questions.
I'll look. Yeah. I'll look at it.
Let's finish up the questions.
Yeah, let me see. Need help survivor picks week. Cincinnati, New England, or chalk with Kansas City. Also, do you have a player prop you can give us? Thanks for everything, Uncle Phil. Appreciate you guys. Woody, good to see you. Grant, hey, it was good to see you too, Grant. Let's see. Survivor pick. Cleveland, New England. Look, I don't trust Cleveland. It depends on how many survivor picks you got left. If it's just one, if you're in Circa, I wouldn't take Kansas City because you have to play them on either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and I'd save it. And so if it'd be between the two, if you don't have survivor, I'd take Kansas City. If you don't have Circa, then I'd probably take Kansas City. But if you're trying to save Kansas City, I personally would take New England. Look, I know you get a bump after a first-day coach, but what is stronger than the bump of a first-week coach is revenge. And you don't think Mike Vrabel is just about to eat that ass today? He is going to tear Tennessee a new one. He wants to embarrass Amy Adams Strunk, the owner of the Titans, or the controlling owner of the Titans. I think she's got 51%. That's what he's going to do today. So don't get it twisted. And Bill Callahan lost. Of course, they not only fired the son, Brian Callahan, but of course his dad was the offensive line coach, considered one of the best offensive line coaches in football. Even though Titans' offensive line has performed poorly, that's not an upgrade when he leaves. So expect Vrabel to win that game today. So I would take New England as my survivor pick. Player prop today. I didn't put any player props in the notebook, but I probably should have. I kind of regret it. The player prop that I do is that Dallas gives up the number. They're the team who gives up the over the amount of receptions to running backs. So running backs for Washington take the over as far as number of receptions. That is a stone cold lock. And honestly, if I ever made player props my best bet, I would, because that is the best bet. That's going to happen. It happens every single week, has happened every single week that Dallas has played a team today. Washington running backs over number of receptions. Great question, Woody. Great questions. All right. Let's see. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
We got Andreas. She says, "Is there any way the Giants cover against the spread today?"
Let me see what I've got in my notebook today. I do not have that one in my notebook. If I played it, I would take the Giants. However, man, a lot of people are on Denver Day. They said that, Denver defense is just going to eat Jackson Dart alive, and they probably will. But do you really trust Bo Nix to make a play? Bo Nix has clearly shown he's not a good deep ball thrower. I mean, he routinely throws people by over 10 yards. Just not very good. Sean Payton clearly frustrated with him. I think it's second year in, so let's not be that guy. But again, had more college starts than anybody, so there is history there. It's not like he's Anthony Richardson or Trey Lance just coming out of college with very little starts. So he's had starts. Don't know. I think he's probably a high floor, low ceiling kind of guy. I think we're kind of finding out what that ceiling is. And so, yeah, I could see this. I think that anytime you have a quarterback like that who cannot stretch the defense, you're in danger of losing every single week. Every single week. We saw that in the very opening week where they didn't cover against Carolina. I think the spread was like 8 or something like that. So anyway, Sean Payton helped ruin that one by throwing a Hail Mary and sticking a kick instead of kicking a field goal at the end of the game. But regardless, that is just it's kind of where I see it. So yes, I do think the Giants have a chance, but it wouldn't also surprise me if Denver blew them out just because their defense. They get Greenlaw back this week. Man, he's an enforcer. You got to have a couple people that are just crazy on defense. Greenlaw is crazy, and in a good way for Denver. I think that team is. I think that team's going to absolutely crush it today. So I think the defense will crush it. Will the offense follow suit? I don't know. 7.5 points. Look, that line is going up, so it tells you big money's on Denver. I just don't buy it, man. Look, man, big money yesterday was on Duke, and it was on the LSU Vandy under, and we went 0-2 on those games. So, look, money isn't everything in that, and money can certainly be misleading. I don't trust it today on that game, and I certainly don't trust Denver to do that. I don't trust Bo Nix. So that's how I feel.
Alrighty, hey, thanks for the question, Andres. Next on the line, we got JB. It's his thoughts on the Eagles today. -2.
2 is too many points. I know my casino guy needs Minnesota today. If you look at this, like Minnesota's favored by 2. So on neutral field, that you add 3 points. Minnesota, that means the Eagles would be favored by 5. So go from 2 to 5, and at home they'd be favored from 8. So would you play the Eagles -8 at home versus Minnesota? It's just too many points. I'd probably play the dog. So for me, that, and here's the other thing, is that Jalen Hurts is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. His QBR is one of the worst in the league when he is getting pressure. Guess who the number 1 pressure team in the entire NFL is? That is the Vikings. So Brian Flores. But I think they'll be able to run. But are they too stubborn? You look at this. If the Eagles throw more than 33 times, you have Jalen Hurts throw more than 33, they lose. If Jalen Hurts throws 25 or less times in a game, they win. It's just really that simple. And we don't know the game plan of what the Eagles are going to do. Are they going to be stubborn? Is Kevin Petula, is he going to revert back and start using Saquon and start trying to run the ball? Or can he run the ball with Landon Dickerson being out? But of course, again, they had 28 starting offensive line combinations last season, and they just crushed it last year. Are they going to do the same this year? Can they figure it out? I don't trust them to do that. So, but if they can run Saquon and have Jalen Hurts, he is got to manage the game and not be the guy who tries to, you've heard the analogy with quarterbacks, either tractors or trailers. Some of them pull and some of them get pulled. Jalen Hurts is definitely the trailer. He's not the tractor. He's getting pulled by the rest of the team. And if they have Saquon run the ball, if they start doing that, then I think they could cover the 2. But will they? I don't know. I don't trust Kevin Petula. I don't, certainly don't trust Jalen Hurts for throwing the ball 33 times. That's the indecision for me, and that's why I'm not playing it. And I can certainly see the game going either way for the reasons that I just said.
Alrighty. Hey, well, thanks for the question there, JB. Uncle Phil, any final thoughts here before we wrap up?
Yeah, we're going to have a good day, guys. Sorry about the best bets yesterday in college. We'll get back on the horse today. If Duke hadn't fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line on the opening drive and Georgia Tech ran it back for 99 yards, I think we'd probably gone 1-1. The LSU Vandy was just a bad bet. But anyway, 0-2 is terrible. Anyway, guys, let's hope that the Jags score and we actually get some hope that it happens all the time in the NFL and teams come back and do this. And the Rams certainly are notorious for giving it up. Stafford has a losing record in raining games. So anyway, let's hope we come back. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining quickly on Sunday before the game. Let's have a day. And as always, guys, let's roll.